Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTA News. Hey, look. This is Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. And we're going to talk about a few things. I'm sorry if it comes a long-winded video. We're going to go through news. We're going to chit-chat. We're going to do it up. Hopefully, if you're just walking around browsing and you got, an earpiece in your ear, you're just listening to this stuff and you're like, yeah, pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do this. I hope y'all enjoy it. If you do, remember that you can always like the video. You can subscribe to the channel. It just helps me get more eyes on the content because, people can always comment and share thoughts and ideas and information and correction if needed because, hey, nobody's above correction. All right, so let's get this thing going. We're going to talk about the coin market cap. So again, it's Wednesday, February 12th. The market cap is 3.14 trillion. So there's no institutional money in here yet. We're waiting. So the morning that I get on here and say, oh man, market cap is 5 trillion. Institutions are coming in. Ooh, the morning I get to come on here and say, oh wow, market cap is 10 trillion. Let's see how rich we are today, right? When I get to say those things, I want y'all to be super excited. 3 trillion ain't nothing. When you see 4 trillion, when you see the 4 trillion mark, we're moving on up. And it's like, get ready, because don't even get ready. It's probably too late. When you see a $4 trillion market cap, it's probably too late. We're in that climb up, which means that everything that you wanted to get your hands on at the low, it ain't happening. That means, in my opinion, I am not anyone of importance. Don't hold my words of value. They are not. In my opinion, though, at a $4 trillion right here, at a $4 trillion market cap, right? I suspect this is somewhere around 115,000. Right, per Bitcoin, 115, 120, working its way to 125. And I just say that because that's where people bring their money in. Now, with that said, that means institutions are coming in. So when institutions are coming in, their money 9 times out of 10, because they'll be allowed to purchase, right? So the problem we have is institutions can't go in there and buy crypto, which means they can't just throw dollars into crypto, right? Which, RLUSD, some of these exchanges will allow you to buy RLUSD with your dollars, and then, you'll have RLUSD and you'll be able to go buy everything you want as far as the XRP side of things. I suspect they'll be coming in and buying stuff like institutional currencies, okay? And we've been chit-chatting about that for a while, so you all should have your mind wrapped around what the institutional cryptocurrencies are. They're important, they're important, so maybe you all should have that in mind, and we should know what they are. If you don't know, get in the comment section like, yo bro, what are the institutional cryptocurrencies, bro? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll probably make some videos chit-chatting about that because we can dig all in there, right? There's things we can talk about that we haven't jumped into yet because I'm just talking about news and shit, stuff like that. All right, so that's when I'll be expecting stuff like XRP, XLM, HBAR, XDC, Algorand. I'm expecting those prices to jump. All right. Now, with that being said, who in their right mind is still in the gambling casino? All right, so let's look over here. You see right here, over here. I'm looking at this stuff right here. I ain't looking at that stuff. Get off there. Get off. All right, I'm looking over here, right here. I'm looking at this shit, stuff. All right, so would you be dumb enough? Would you be dumb enough? Would you be dumb enough to get this coin? Would you be dumb? This is pump and dump. Okay, this is a casino right here. This is gambling. This thing is a 5,638%. Are you out of your mind? You idiots. People are going broke. This is going to take people out of the crypto. Listen, man, people that have been in this space are not playing around in here, right? They know that this is like black market. This is like the crackhead strip club alley. This is like where you go into a strip club and you don't have enough money, so you come out to the alley, and then there's the extra low budget, you know what I'm saying, strip club, and this is where their money is at. Their money's over here. This is like when you throw trash in the trash can, but then you're like, hey man, I wonder what's up under the trash can. That's what this is right here. The people, I don't know what you people are out here. Listen to look here, come here, somebody come over here, look at this, look right here, look at it. What is this? What is this? What is going on? Who's doing this? Who is condoning this behavior? All right, now somebody's making money over here, right? But don't get it twisted. Them boys coming around to collect all this illegal activity. You do understand this is literally going to be deemed. It was deemed illegal still to this day. None of this stuff is proven not to be illegal gambling. So when these guys create these things and they pump this stuff up, them boys, they come right around the block and they go straight to them and lock them up, because this is illegal gambling. You're hustling people for their money, and you know the U.S., they not getting none of that. They're like, wait. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I don't know if you all knew this, but what was it? I used to use them. KuCoin and some other exchange were taking a trial or court for allowing, right, people to steal and go through their exchange to sell off what they stole. So ain't no country gonna let this type of shit fly. Y'all think it's 100 and it's cool, so y'all getting involved in it. But I promise you, no country, no nation, no institution is gonna let this shit fly. They're not gonna do it unless they bring it under a legislation and call it gambling, and then you can go gamble. But it's not gonna operate like this. You know, I don't even think it's gonna. This is gonna die off. Anyways, look, we're done with talking about this market stuff over here. That's gambling. Stay away. You're gonna go broke there, right? Well, you're gonna go broke. You take $100 over there. Oh yeah. You did $100 turns into 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. Yeah, it does. Are you gonna get out? Are you gonna get out because you just got involved in illegal activity? You getting out? Cash it out. Cash it. Guess what's gonna happen when you cash it out? Yep. When you cash that out, you're going to be generating a taxable event. So that $100 that you turned into $10,000, and then you go spend that $10,000, but at the end of the year, if you were on an exchange that KYC'd, which is why I think KuCoin's under pressure, the government's going to connect the dots, your name, your social security. They're going to connect that to you, and they're going to say, oh man, yeah, he took 100 and turned it into 10,000. We need on a short term. This was a short term gamble, right? Or all right, gamble. This is a short term investment, right? Because that's an asset. It will fall under. I assume it will fall under an asset because it's something you bought with the intent of making money on it, right? So, anyways, that's going to be added as income. So that 300 is going to be subtracted from that 10,000, which is going to leave you 9,700 of income added on to your income for the year. So let's say you made at your job $65,000 for the year. Well, if this was the only transaction you made money on, and I'm just saying well, you can go ahead and add that $9,700 as income at the end of the year, because that's what it's going to be off top. And if you think that they didn't see that and you filed taxes and you didn't disclose that, oh, they saw it. They're going to come around maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, because you're not going to stop doing it. You're going to think you can gamble and gamble and gamble until you've got about $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 of income under your belt that you spent, that you never thought about paying taxes on. And a few years down the road, it comes back around and you owe taxes on $400,000. So it ends up being maybe $52,000. I'm just guesstimating, maybe $52,000 of tax money that you need to pay out, and then you don't have that type of money. So you're like, well, what do I do? And like, yeah. So there's the dark side of that right there, which most people don't think about. They just get in there and they get money and they're thinking, yeah. But these are pump and dumps and they're going to get shut down. Anywho, let's jump on over and see if there's anything interesting, right? So, we like to go to X and I bookmark things that I think that are interesting that I want to talk about and share with you all. So, are you ready? Are you ready? No, not really. You're not ready? Yeah. All right. I'm still gonna break it out. So here we go. Utility Fiend posted, friendly reminder that at Stronghold Pay is the only crypto company that's a preferred partner of the NACHA. SHS will wake up before anyone has time to react. Yes. How do you all feel about that? Right? How do you feel about that? Does anybody have any ideas? No. Let's see. XRP pumps as U.S. reserve. No. Heats up. Could Bitcoin be left out? No. Interesting to note, Ripple is no longer a member of a preferred partner. However, Stripe and Stronghold both are, and both tied to Stellar. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. All right. Very interesting. Yeah. Well, you might say, well, what the hell is Stronghold anyway? I think we chit-chatted a little bit about this, but I'll bring it back to your attention. Not financial advice because, I'm not that guy. I just like to talk about shit. So I figured I'll click on some shit and show you some shit and let you think about that shit. And, as that shit goes on, you'll figure out what to do with that shit. I'm messing with y'all this morning. Good morning, right? All right, payment and financial infrastructure for all, right? Right, Stronghold, aka SHX. It's recognized by leading industry groups. Forbes FinTech, they've recognized it. Visa, everywhere, they've recognized it. Global Association of Women in Payments, they've recognized it. I mean, what does that mean when they recognize? I see you. Oh, that is good. You see me. Yes, that is good. What do we do now? I see you. I see you too. Yeah, what does that mean? What does that mean? Innovative companies trust Stronghold, Hummingbird, IBM, Aduro Advisors, Prime Trust, Invest Yodlee. All right, innovative companies, right? Interesting. IBM leverages Stronghold's blockchain infrastructure to transform payments. Okay, that's what IBM's doing. Nice. So IBM's tied up in there. Right, everybody knows about IBM, so IBM's tied up in there with Stronghold, so they getting it in. All right, so I can see how that could be relevant. I like that. So this is when I tell you all about what's coming in the future, right? So show this to your family and friends and let them understand that the future of payments, right? It's here now. A lot of you already tap your phone at what are these certain machines that do it. Oh my goodness, starts with a V. Oh my God, I can't. Top of the head, I can't get it out. There it is. So anyways, you already pull your card out. Now you pull your phone out and you use that with like Apple Pay. So you'll click, pop the card that you want, and then you'll hover it near the payment thing and it'll read like doo-doo-doo and make the payment. All right, so the next step is these digital payments coming through on stable coins, okay? And these stable coins, right, they're going to be instantaneous within 2-3 seconds of a transaction. And the charge will be like 0.0003, which is a fraction of a penny. And this is where the businesses, right, and you are going to have a whole new world of transaction, right? So this is important, whether you all know it or not. Be sure to share this with your family, friends, and loved ones and give them a chance to realize what's coming and then make adjustments if they want to invest in these things for the future, right? And then, get money, grow money, financial wealth for the future, because this shit is where it's at. This is what they're doing. I mean, if you've been watching these videos, go way back. I'm sorry. But if you've been watching, like, you understand, like, this is where they're going. They've been talking about this for years. And when I say they, I'm talking about institutions, banks, corporations, businesses, nations, yada, yada, yada. That's what they've been doing. All right. So you can see here, right? This is how it all works. So this is why, how the ledger works in a sense, right? And this is why the new system is this way, because this is digital, like these transactions. Okay. All right, so there's embed your payments into your product, right? And there you go, powered by Stronghold, your credit card details. Please fill in the bottom so you put your information in, All right, then here you can see August 10th, 9:14 p.m. There was an authorized transaction of $103.25 with an external ID, stopped collection at August 10th, 9:14. Stopped the collection, right? It stopped it right there. And then at 9:14, it captured stopped collection, captured. So I wonder if there's now that's interesting. I wonder about that. What do they mean, the process? Because there's an authorization, it's sent, and then the other side should capture it, and then the transaction's done. But I see stopped collection there, and I see it 3 times within that time frame. So I will wonder what's happening there. You would think they would take the time to break it down and explain to us, but let's see what Learn More said. Just let's roll with it. You can program your ACH payments. ACH payments, yeah, let's go check this out. ACH payments are automated clearinghouse payments. They are electronic transfers of money between financial institutions. And remember, all this is for financial institutions. You're going to be the end result, right? You're going to use this stuff. But the institutions are setting this up because they're going to save tons of money. They're going to have all-time tracked money transactions, like nothing's going to escape, right? Everything is going to be digitally documented, and this is why they have to put up all these server, what you call these places? Come on, it's top of my head. They got to put them all over the place, right? To collect information, data centers. There you go. So these data centers run on servers. They got to be all over the place because the amount of information. Do you know how many people are going to be doing transactions? Oh my, this is ridiculous. And it's all going to be locked in a data center, on a server, on a hard drive, all over the place, right? So this is crazy, but y'all don't understand how big, like if not financial advice, but I can see big time and money growing in the software, hardware, metals, companies that are building the data centers, companies that build server racks, metal companies, obviously, any company that builds hard drives, any company that builds, let's see, you need hard drives, and you're not going to want disks, they're slow. You're going to want solid state drives. So that is major. Like, I can see if you go into that direction, even in construction, if you go and invest in construction, because construction companies are going to have to, and I'm telling you, because I know I worked for a construction company that worked at one of these data farms that were being built. And our company were putting the power and everything in there for that. So companies that put in power, companies that do the digging, companies that put in the fiber optics. So you can look at companies that do these things, that put in fiber optics, put in electrical, that do cement, companies that do air duct, ventilation. All those companies are going to be something major to invest in because they got to build data centers. So this is not financial advice, but this is just helping you see the bigger picture of the things that you can do. But let's continue. They are a safe and reliable way to send and receive money and are often used for direct deposits and bill payments, right? And you think about it, we use this stuff all the time, instantaneously, happening around the clock. We don't even think about it. It just happens. Now, how ACH payments work. ACH payments are made through the ACH network, which is administered by the National Automated Clearinghouse Association. The ACH payments can be used for direct deposits, bill payments, and more. ACH payments can be made online or by providing your account and routing numbers to a business. The benefits, they're cost effective, they're reliable, they're efficient. So our ACH payments are basically electronic digital payments. And now we're moving to rails that are instantaneous, right? 2-3 seconds of transaction, and then can be automated and ran autonomously by AI. So this is why AI is going to be very important. These are things you can invest in as well. Whether it be software companies that produce AI, whether it be on the crypto side or on the actual hard side, which would be the companies that build this stuff, right? So you look at that and you say, okay, all these things are where we are going in the future, and they're doing it now. All right, they're doing it now. All right. So you can see there, factors, processing time, fees, limits, right? So your banks, credit unions, they don't want any limits. They want to do this shit 24/7. And this is where cryptocurrency comes in. Cryptocurrency is 24/7, 365 days a year. It never stops. It runs all the time. Fees. The fees are reduced because if you're using something like Ripple, XLM, Hedera, XDC, your transaction fee is probably like 0.00 something. It's a fraction of a penny. And your transaction speed is what, 2-3 seconds? ACH payments can take a few hours No banks want to do that anymore. They want that digital side. They want that crypto side, right? They want the digital ledgers and stuff. All right, so it says a few hours to 3 business days. Up to 3 business days, okay? Nobody wants that. So what do they want? They want you to program your ACH payments to Stronghold's instantaneous transaction and settlement, right? This is the same thing that XRP does. Like, this is on XLM's build. XDC, Hedera, all these. What's the other one? Algorand. There's a bunch of them that do this stuff. CeeLo. They all can do this because of the way they're built. So what they're telling you is the clearinghouse problem, right? Let's go to the problem. Here's the problem. Your problem is the limit that you can do. So time, the fees, and the processing time, right? Now, these are the goods that it brings, right? The ACH is cost effective and reliable, efficient, and these are still problems. And these are, okay, so let's get all of them. All right, I can see all the problems right here. All right, so let's deal with their problems. So the problem it has is it's not cost effective, it's not really reliable, and it's not really efficient. It has processing time issues, a few hours to 3 days. The fees can be just, and the limits, right? You're limited to how often you can do it. Well, Stronghold, just one company, one of many. Don't just put your eyes on this one. I'm just sharing this one because we saw this in the in our bookmarks that we were going to review. One of many that can resolve those problems. So this is what's being resolved today, and this is one of the companies that do it. Right? See, ACH payments made easier. Yeah, it's made easier. You can set up APIs. We haven't talked about APIs. We'll probably, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. We'll go here and we'll do here. We'll do a quick API. All right. So, we'll get into a quick breakdown of that. So, API, right? Application Programming, Interface, or it's not American Petroleum Institute. No, it's the programming interface. So anybody involved in the crypto space, you already know about APIs. You might have your transactions tied to a company, a third-party company that records all the transactions. So you get, when you file taxes, you can file your taxes and you got all the information there. There's a whole bunch of them to do that, to give you that information. So if you are in this space, you already know. So let's go ahead. An API is a set of rules that allow software to communicate with each other. APIs are used to request data and actions from other systems. APIs are used in many software applications, including banking apps, stock trading apps, and Google Maps. There are different types of APIs, including public, private, and partner APIs. All right. So there's different types, but basically, it's a set of rules that allows software to communicate. It's just one app or one thing communicating with the other, and it has an interface, and that's what happens. So all right, let's go back over here. Payment APIs. That's just one application, one thing talking to the next. All right, and you can see here it says accept and initiate ACH payments through Stronghold's integrated product, Stronghold Pay. ACH payments through Stronghold are simple and secure, allowing electronic bank-to-bank transfers for retail payments and bank-to-bank payments. So the bank can transfer money to the retail company here that you just made a transaction. Look over here. You made a transaction. You scan the QR code. Transaction's done. They can communicate, and their information is API, right? Information that travels to the bank. So the bank sees all the transactions connected to that wallet, because basically all this is a wallet. It's a digital wallet. Now, not that device, but this company has one digital wallet where all the transactions run to. That wallet is API connected to the bank's application that reads all the transactions. All right, that's what that is. Ooh, look at the coding. We're not getting to that. That's crazy. Visible and analytics in real time. We are proud to be a part of Notch's Payment Innovation Alliance. Integrated the JavaScript SDK into your payments, right? This is the programming, and so how all this stuff works. Again, this is the applications. We have methods to help you create your customized payments, right? So listen, man, I don't think I need to go any further. Again, I'm not selling you anything. But I will review stuff. And so because we look at institutions and what they're doing, we know where they go, right? This is where they go. This is the stuff that they do. Look at that. Clearing and settlement in seconds, not days. That solves the problem. Create your own payment network, right? You can set that up. Man, this is crazy, man. Like, I don't know if you all keep up with this stuff, but like, I mean, this is the stuff I do. I got to keep up with it because I got to know where money should be so that I can grow money. And I just shared that with you all, so it shouldn't be hard for you to figure this out. Let's continue. All right, so yeah, that's pretty interesting. Let's move along. All right, watch your guru. I keep up with this person. This person always got information coming out of nowhere, right? It's crazy. So North Carolina introduces a bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Interesting. I think all the states are going to do this, but I don't know if Bitcoin is where it's at. But you can reserve money and store it there because, yeah, it's a store of value. We're not going to deny that. As long as people hold value in it, or not people, banks, institutions, you know, stuff like that. As long as the big people are doing it, then it's going to hold value. And I believe it has the potential to hold value for a very long time. I'm not going to shake that. That's just what it is. All right. Now, some interesting things. We're going to listen to Elon and watch a few of these little clips because I know everybody looks, you know, and they have these biases about things. I don't have a bias. I think that the United States is going through some big changes. I don't pick sides on anything, so don't get in the comments with that. I don't live in that life. But I like to listen and understand and see what's happening because that helps me make better decisions of what I'm going to do in the future. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to what Elon has to say.
And also, could you mention some of the things that your team has found, some of the crazy numbers, including the woman that walked away with about 30 million?
Right. Well, we do find it sort of rather odd that you know there are quite a few people in the bureaucracy who have ostensibly a salary of a few $100,000, but somehow manage to accrue tens of millions of dollars in net worth while they are in that position, which is, you know, what bureaucracy who have ostensibly a salary of a few $100,000, but somehow manage to accrue tens of millions of dollars in net worth while they are in that position.
I can tell you, Mr. Elon, how that happens. This isn't rocket science, and you know, they call you a genius, right? I guess you're on air, just being a total shit right now. You're pretty much he is what do you call it when those people come on your channel and oh my goodness, I'm at a loss for words. He's trolling right now. Elon is trolling. Elon knows what the fuck is going on, and it's funny. I mean, I find it very entertaining. But this mug is trolling. Elon's trolling. He knows lobbyists, right? He knows that people get paid money from companies to get shit slipped through, to change things here, to look the other way. He knows that people are able to invest money in government based on the people that they sit and have these dinners with. He knows that. He knows that when all this money is floating around, you have people inside that do scamming no different than outside of government. Elon knows all this. I really feel like he's trolling, but I mean, what else would Elon do but troll? The guy, he you know, he knows what he's doing, but I think he's trolling us right now because, like, come on, guy. I know what you fuckers are doing.
Which is, you know, what happened to USAID. We're just curious as to where it came from. Maybe they're very good at investing. You know, what happened to USAID. We're just curious as to where it came from. Maybe they're very good at investing.
He's trolling. You see the guy, he's trolling. Yeah, we're just interested in where it's coming from. You know, maybe they're good in investing. Yeah, that's right. You know, people who are telling you where to invest your money at. He's trolling. I hope. Look at Trump. Look at that little smirk right there. He's like, yeah, insider trading. Yeah, we know what you fuckers are doing.
In which case, we should take their investment advice, perhaps.
That's a smile.
But just there seems to be mysteriously they get wealthy. We don't know why.
What did he say?
Mysteriously they get wealthy. We don't know why. There seems to be mysteriously they get wealthy. We don't know why.
Look at that. Look at it. It's like, dude, you're trolling. Look, Trump is looking at like, bro, you trolling right now. This motherfucker funny. You're a comedian. I didn't know, Elon, you're a fucking comedian. Like, they're all paying attention to this shit. Like, there's a lot of humor This shit is real. Let's not confuse that. This shit is fucking real. The United States government was basically overthrown, overtaken by corporations, big businesses, corporations, institutions. And they did this through debts, right? I don't know if you all know this, so I'm just going to break it down. So through debts, they were able to grab hold of so much of the government and greedy politicians, right? Now, my personal opinion, I believe that when you started seeing the beginnings of that coffee thing, that's when, because before that coffee happened, there were overnight bailouts. And so I got older videos back when that shit happened. You got to go back in time for that. But when that shit was happening, what was going on was banks were unable to pay their debts, and they didn't have money, liquidity to loan out to not common people, because we ain't shit. We don't take no real loans from banks, but like big businesses. Let's take for instance, a construction company. I worked for a construction company, so I can tell you some factual shit. When I worked for the construction company at a profit share meeting, the owner at the time, right, says, well, look, during all this XYZ coffee, a lot of businesses can no longer get loans from the banks, right? But our company, long standing, doing great business, the banks will continually give us loans, so you're able to get a paycheck. We're able to keep you working. And I didn't know at the time, but like literally all businesses run off of loans. I knew it, but like I didn't even understand how deep it went. But all businesses run off loans, so they're constantly getting loans from the bank, and they're making payments back. So when a business COVID, can't make money to pay their loans back, then the banks don't have liquidity, right? If the banks don't have liquidity, then a company like the one I'm working for, because they have a long-standing relationship, they're able to get a loan. But a company that might do the same thing that my company does, that doesn't have a long-standing history, they might not be able to get their loan. So then they'll cave or fall in as a business. They can no longer run their business, all right, because they can't get the loans to pay the bills, to pay for the whatevers and all that stuff. So then they fall. So I learned that working in construction, the owner literally brought all this to everybody's attention. I don't know if everybody caught on to it, but you know me, I like to read a lot. So I was like, oh shit, did you just tell us what really goes on? Like, you felt that you should tell us the detail? Oh, all right. Okay. All right. And that's what goes on. So when we look at all this stuff happening, when the banks, my personal idea on this is the United States had a strategic plan to, and y'all looking at Trump, I get it, but I believe the United States was trying to take back what it had from the corporations, institutions, and big banks. And there are names we could call out on, but I'm not going to do that because I think most of you should be aware of who these people are. But let's continue to let Elon troll. It's entertainment.
Where does it come from? I think the reality is that they're getting wealthy at the taxpayer expense. That's the honest truth of it. So, we're looking at,
well, hold on. Let's go back. Let's get that again, Elon.
We're looking at, that's the honest truth of it. Getting wealthy at the taxpayer expense. And I think the reality is that they're getting wealthy at the taxpayer expense. That's
there it is. All right. So honestly, we're not supposed to be paying taxes. I don't know how to deal with that because, through fear, they have us paying taxes, that they'll lock us up and incarcerate us. Now, if you are a business entity and you're conducting business within the United States borders, which really wouldn't be with the 16-mile radius of the District of Columbia, that's a whole nother conversation. I would wonder, right? Because you do understand, most of you of any age would understand that it was actually the war that brought on taxes, and we were paying these taxes to fund the war. And there could be a whole nother video and story on that, whatever. But it was supposed to end it after the war, and it didn't. And so money kept flowing in, and then laws changed and different things happened. But there was never a law made stating that you, the citizen, were to continue to pay taxes. No laws are in the books for that. So with no law being in the books, It's fear tactics scaring you of incarceration. It causes you to pay taxes. Now, me personally, I've been scared for years. You know, Wesley Snipes' story did it all for me. But Wesley Snipes, who knows what his taxes were tied into? You'd have to know the whole story. That's not a common person's story. That's a wealthy person's story, and it's in the entertainment industry, okay? But they use these scare tactics. And so I couldn't tell you what to do. I have no idea what to do on that. But I do understand that as they take taxpayers' money, and they take a lot of it, they do what they want to do with it, right? And so, you know, money gets, again, corrupt people working within the government. They move money here. And here's a good example, just so you understand. So what was it? SunTrust Bank. If anybody knows about SunTrust Bank or you want to look it up, you can look it up. SunTrust. They are under a new name now. They keep switching names. These companies that do corrupt shit. And it's not the company that always does this. Let me clear this up. So at SunTrust Bank, there was an employee in there that was ciphering money. It started off, they were ciphering 1 penny from every account in the bank. And eventually, they wanted to cipher a little bit more. So they started getting a little bit, you know, testier and ciphering more money out. Well, somebody had originally been like, wait a minute, man, they were really counting their pennies. Like, I don't know who really counts them pennies. We all probably should, but a digital ledger gets that out the equation. So thank you, digital ledgers. But somebody was really counting every penny, and they were like, hey, man, it's like every week a penny leaves my account. That's crazy. Like the same day, same time type shit. So through their investigations, they figured out that somebody was laundering a penny out of their account every week. And then a lawsuit got filed, and then an investigation had to happen. And then they find out, oh, wow, SunTrust, right, as a company, had somebody basically laundering money out of their account holders' accounts. SunTrust had to pay major fines. They changed the name, became a whole nother bank. I don't know what the bank is. But anyways, they became another bank, and this shit happens all the time. It happens all the time. So if you think that a person, right, it doesn't have to be your government as a whole, right? A person inside your government can do corrupt shit. Let's go straight to your job, okay? And I'll use this to break it down so you get a full understanding. You can't judge the company or you can't judge the people, right? But you can judge the person. This is a learning lesson we're about to get. I hope you all absorb it. So let's take a company. You work at a company. Let's say, I'll take it all the way to the bottom. Let's say you work at McDonald's. You work at McDonald's and you work at this one store, McDonald's, and there's this one aggravated employee who just loves doing effed up, right? And then they're doing effed up, and then one day you catch it. And you're like, what the hell? Did you just? Yes. So what? Whoa, bro. Like, are you sure you should have? That's like nasty, bro. I don't think you should do that. Let's say they're spitting in the, spitting on people's drinks or something, like, and spitting somebody's drink. That's saliva. That can be deadly, right? Somebody's saliva can be deadly to another person. So it's like a real crime. So let's say an employee catches another employee doing it, and then the employee does some investigating and realizes that, holy crap, this employee's been doing this for months, right? And then they turn it in, and then, you know, or they say something to somebody, and then somebody comes in, buys a drink, and then they notice they're looking and watching, and they're like, oh crap. And then they say, you know, I'm going to file a lawsuit, right? And then so then all of a sudden, oh, McDonald's did this, and they got to pay this fine for da-da-da-da. Well, McDonald's as a whole didn't do that. They do a lot of fucked up shit. But for this example, it's not that. All right. So then you say, okay, well, McDonald's is garbage because people da-da-da-da-da. Well, no. McDonald's is garbage for other reasons, but they're not garbage for that. That was a garbage employee that had issues that would have been a criminal offense, and they should serve time because your saliva can really do damage to people. So do you blame McDonald's or do you blame that person, right? And so here's your life lesson. I want everybody to absorb this. Okay, for people that like to be, I don't know, racist or biased on a person's culture, ethnicity, stock, heritage, you can see someone from a group of people, a heritage, culture, ethnicity, or stock, and they can do something that really disgusts you and makes you mad. But do you judge them all based on that one person, or do you just say that one person? Now, if you see a group of people inside that group of people, right, then you say they formed an allegiance and a community, and they all think together. And this is where communities, right, or tribes seem to operate, right, in community of that belief. So then do you judge all the people tied to the people that look like that? Or do you just judge that community all the way to that one person? All right. There's your learning lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Got something good out of it. Let's continue. Oh, man, he got some more trolling. Let's see what else he got. Let's see what else.
At a high level, if you say, what is the goal of Doge, and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, FAX, we would have to, if you
All right, so I know a lot of people say we're in a republic. And they're like, oh, it's a republic, but you got a Republican side of government, you got a Democratic side of government, right? So there's two different wings to one bird. So they're trying to restore the democratic, right, or the democracy, right? So let's do this. Let's duplicate. Let's do. Right. All right. So democracy in the United States. The United States is a representative democracy. It's a representative democracy. This means that our government is elected by citizens. Here, citizens vote for their government officials. These officials represent the citizens' ideas and concerns in government. That's what a democracy is, right? All right. Hold on. We're not done. Let's duplicate this and let's do a republic government. Republic. A state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. So it's like, a democracy. Democracy in the United States, the states is representative democracy. This means that our government is elected by the citizens. Here, citizens vote for their government officials. These officials represent the citizens' ideas and concerns in government. That's what, you're seeing with a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. A state in which a state, right? A state in which supreme power. So a republic state, right? A state in which power is held by the people and their elected representatives also hold power, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. So it's pretty much saying the same thing. It's pretty much saying the same thing, right? I mean, like, they're the same thing. Here, it just tells you the officials represent the citizens' ideas. Here, power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather. So this doesn't say anything about listening to the people. It just says that the people and their elected representatives in that state have supreme power, right? So so when we're listening here, it's like, what is he really saying?
And I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. The space democracy. A significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy.
Restore democracy, okay? Restore government elected by citizens. Restore the representation of the citizens' ideas and concerns in the government. That's it. That's what he's saying. I mean, I don't know how other to take that. That's what a democracy does, right?
This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, FAX, we would have to, if you
Did he call that little boy X?
Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, FAX, we would have.
Did he call him X?
Are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, FAX.
X gon' give it to you. Gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. What? I'm fucking with you right now. X gonna give it to you. Yeah, I'm fucking with you. He just called a little boy X. Did anybody hear that? I heard that, bro. He called him X. X gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you.
We'd have to, if you, sorry.
Yeah, I named him X. X gonna give it to you. Like, is that your channel, your company? It's crazy. It's crazy.
So, tell you, gravitas can be difficult sometimes. If there's not a good feedback loop from the people, if
what? Did he just throw up a West Coast sign? Maybe I'm trolling. Look at the little boy. And he's looking at his hands too. X gonna give it to you. Nah, bro, what is he doing? Man, I kind of feel like he was trying to throw up West Side. You know, he repping Tupac or what? I'm trolling. Stop. A little bit, I'm crazy.
If there's not a good feedback loop from the people to the government, and if you have rule of the bureaucrat, or if the bureaucracy is in charge, and then what meaning does democracy actually have? If the people cannot vote and have their will be decided by...
If the people can't vote and have their will decided, then you're not operating as a democracy, which says represents the citizens' ideas and concerns in government. Okay.
They're elected representatives in the form of the president.
Right, because we know that the United States representative democracy, this means that our government's elected, your government, including your president, is elected by the citizens. Okay.
And the Senate and the House. Then we don't live in a democracy. We live in a bureaucracy.
I'll bite. Let's see what he means. I spelled that wrong. Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy. Well, see, that would be a stumbling block right there. You see the AU, ow, or is what that sound would make. So pure, autism, right? AUT, bureaucracy. So we would say bureaucracy, a bureaucracy, right? That would probably how we would say it. So, let's get bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is a system of organization that uses rules and procedures to manage and control an institution. What? They use a system of organization, right? Alphabet soup. What? And rules, laws, statutes, right? Rules to manage and control an institution. Well, what's the institution? Right? What is the institution? Bureaucracies can be found in governments, business, schools, and other large organizations. What? So we set the rules up and y'all play by them, right? You just play by the rules we set. Bureaucracy, right? Bureaucracy, bureaucracies are organized into a clear chain of command with a higher ranking official supervising lower ranking officials. We're almost talking about a monarchy. Specialization, bureaucracies are broken into specialized departments or divisions. Rules, bureaucracies follow strict rules and procedures that are applied impersonally. Examples of bureaucracy, government agencies, corporations, nonprofit organizations, schools, and workplace. So now, when they told you they were getting rid of the bureaucracy in the school, and everybody's like, oh my God, they're getting rid of the... No, they're not getting rid of education. They're getting rid of the bureaucracy, right? Okay, what is the bureaucracy? The rules and procedures that manage the school. Right. So they got rules and procedures, and there's rules and procedures. Right. So shit, man. Let's go back. I didn't know all this was going to happen. It just happened when we started fucking listening to Elon, because Elon was trying to tell us something. I hope you all caught it. So in a system, right, rules are made, and those rules can be fucking arbitrary at times. You'd be like, what type of fucking sense does that shit make? Right. So in a school system, right, the school system has rules that they have to follow. So when these rules, regulations, and everything get created, in order for you to operate, you just got to fucking follow them. But you, the people, the citizens, to put your kids in the school, you don't really have a say-so in it, right? You get no say-so in it. So there is no democracy involved in how the school system should be ran. Now, I know. There is two sides and people are at each other's throats. I'm not here to take sides or judge. I do understand both sides. One side says that, hey, man, you want to not tell the truth about history. So they bark and about that. And then one side says, you want to allow people to not to the word trans, right? So there's a big argument on that side about trans in school, and the parents are like, I don't want that in our school because I don't want the mix up of our kids, right? So there's an argument back and forth. So because there's an argument back and forth, you would think that you would go through some voting, and the voting would help decide what happens in your school, right? So let's go here, right? Our government's elected, citizens vote for their government officials. These officials represent the citizens' ideas and concerns in government. So you would think that there will be a vote on some of the things you want to happen in your school, right? That would negate that. And if in your school there's things that you really don't think should be put in the school, then through the votes, your elected officials would get laws passed to deal with that versus the here versus a system of organization that uses rules and procedures. So that there's a system that just decides, and no matter what you think, we don't care. We just decided, right? Aristocracy, right? There's somebody up top that says, you know what? No, we're going to do this. And then that's how it goes. And then all those things are passed down to the people beneath, and the shit goes the way they want it to go, which takes the democracy out of the equation, and the people don't get to make any decisions on that. So wow, I can understand both sides of it, but it's like, are we really understanding?
So it's incredibly important that we close that feedback loop, we fix that feedback loop, and that the public's elected representatives, the president, the House, and the Senate, decide what happens, as opposed to a large unelected bureaucracy. This is not to say that there are good people who are in the federal bureaucracy, but you can't have an autonomous federal bureaucracy. You have to have one that is responsive to the people. That's the whole.
You can't let the bureaucracy just go around doing what the hell it wants to do, right? Just do this. You need to have the people dictating what happens within the system, right? Well, it's not even a system. What happens in the not the organization, because we're talking about bureaucracy. So what happens for them? And I guess you just say the government. So you would need the people to be able to vote. He's saying, you don't want the bureaucracy system just making decisions for all people, because it's not effective, right? So let's talk about this. If you've not walked another person's walk of life or walked in their shoes, you don't understand what they go through. So it would be awkward for you to try to make decisions from your position based on based in their life without knowing anything about their life. You would assume, but you've never walked a day in their life. And this is where communication comes in. And I think the biggest thing that has to happen, and this is just a thought, you guys figure it out on your own. But it's just a thought. Without the people speaking and conversating with their elected officials, and their elected officials listening, right, and trying to understand, then there's no good going to come to any group, because all groups need to be able to talk with their elected officials. And this is on a grassroots level, the low level, right? And I'm not here I'm just saying, what you're seeing happening here is them telling you that you're now in a real democracy. Like that shit before, you had a Democratic Party that was operating as a bureaucracy, is what he's telling you. You had a Democratic Party operating as a bureaucracy. Now you have a Republican Party, quote unquote, acting as a democracy. There it is. So that's what they're telling you, right? Elon's telling you, like, yeah. So now you need to talk, right?
Point of a democracy, and if you looked at this, if you looked at the founders today and said, what do you think of the way things have turned out? Well, we have this unelected fourth unconstitutional branch of government, which is the bureaucracy, which has, in a lot of ways, currently more power than any elected representative. And this is not something that people want, and it's not. It does not match the will of the people. So it's just something we've got to fix. And then we've also got to address the deficit. So we've got a $2 trillion deficit, and if we don't do something about this deficit, the country's going bankrupt. I mean, it's really astounding that the interest payments alone on the national debt exceed the Defense Department budget, which is shocking because we spend a lot of money on defense. But if that just keeps going, we're essentially going to bankrupt the country. So what I really want to say is, like, it's not optional for us to reduce the federal expenses. It's essential. It's essential for America to remain solvent as a country, and it's essential for America to have the resources necessary to provide things to its citizens and not simply be servicing vast amounts of debt.
All right. So, I think the larger story is, hey, you're in an actual democracy now, right? The United States has become a democracy, and there's things happening in a democracy. And so as a citizen, you do reserve the right to go down to your elected official's office and petition and discuss things that you want to happen. You have a ground level where you can go to meetings. I don't know what they are, but like you can go to your county meetings, your city meetings, and when things are brought up, you can share your thoughts and ideas and tell the county and city. You can vote for your county and city officials, right? So these are all the things you can do. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not suggesting anything. But what I am saying is, as of right now, what you just heard Elon say is you're in an actual democracy. And if you didn't know what a democracy is, now you should know. All right, let's move along. All right. Made in America currencies, right? Made in America digital assets by market cap. XRP, Solana, Doge, ADA, Link, AVAX, SUI, XLM. All right. Here we go. HBAR, LTC, Trump, Ondo, Algo, Injection, I believe that's Injection, and the DAG coin. All right. So, if you didn't know, these so far are ones that should be tax free. You won't pay taxes, I guess, when you cash out on these things. And I'm guessing because they didn't explain everything and we haven't seen a law passed in regards to that, that's just where we are today. All right. All right, Ondo Finance didn't just partner with Stellar, they invested millions into the Stellar ecosystem. But an XRP influencer says you should sell. That's crazy. No. Stellar is proud to power RWA liquidity with Ondo Finance's recent purchase of Benji on the Stellar network. Nice. I don't have a big bag there because, and I should be doing more because it's not that cheap. I'm just having a conversation with myself. It's not that expensive, right? It's not as cheap as I like to buy things, but it's not expensive. But it's like $1 maybe. Check the market, fool. Let's go to the markets. Let's pull up Ondo. Let's see where it's at. ONDO. There it is. It's $1.33 right now. It's $1.33. It's $1.33. All right. We did a look at Ondo before, so maybe you guys can fall back and go check out the video. And maybe we'll start doing videos where we just actually do videos on certain currencies so that we can just have stuff to go check on and look back on. But $1.33, that's much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty good price to start because, you can buy up, one and a fraction of them. Because you know what they're doing, right? You know what Ondo's doing. All right. Alessio Maloney. Massive news. Ripple CTO David Schwartz just changed the game. XRP will now auto bridge RLUSD. Fire. Billions are about to flood the XRP ledger and a price explosion could be next, right? I'm not a hype man. I don't believe in overhyping things, but what I will tell you is facts are facts. Institutions are prepared to make these things happen. I'm looking for institutional money, right? Institutional money, not retail. Retail's at 3.14 trillion. I'm looking for the 10, 15, 20 trillion and up. But let's hear what David Schwartz
It's the broader XRP Ledger ecosystem, driving more use cases and opportunities for developers.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry.
While XRP is the native currency on the Ledger, it was built to support any type of asset, crypto or fiat, issued to trade on the DEX.
Wait a minute, let's get that again.
Built to support any type of asset, crypto or fiat, issued to trade on the DEX.
Let's get that one more time.
XRP is the native currency on the Ledger. It was built to support any type of asset, crypto or fiat, issued to trade on the DEX.
So it's made for anything to run on it. Okay, bro.
Bringing more credible assets on the DEX, like RLUSD, drives direct and indirect benefits.
All right, so that's the stable coin, and that stable coin being able to run on the XRP ledger or network means you can move, I don't know, let's say you want to send your mom in a different state $500 of RLUSD, which is, you know, Ripple's US dollar, or as Brad Garlinghouse says, the real US dollar. You can send it to her in 2 seconds. It'll pop up on her wallet, and it'll cost you a fraction of a penny. It won't even bother you. When you do these transactions, it doesn't even bother anything. You don't even care. So that is important, because I believe the next step is you're going to go into stores and scan a QR code, and you're going to pay in RLUSD. You're going to pay in stuff like USDC on a Stellar Lumens network, and any other coin backed by the real assets, right? So, you know.
For example, it drives more trading volume, which natively uses XRP as a bridge asset through.
Yeah, so as people want to move, now the real kicker is when you are able to do when you're able to go into the grocery store and you're able to scan that QR code and make that payment in RLUSD, because no grocery store is going to want a payment in XRP. Why would they want that, right? They need that non-changing value. This is why stable coins have to exist. All right. So businesses want the stable payment, and so they want it instantaneously. And so as you have to make payments in that, you have to purchase, in this case, what David Schwartz is saying is XRP. Now, when you purchase the XRP, you then turn your XRP into RLUSD. So let's break this down a little bit more. I buy, let's say, XRP is $2 and some change right now. Let's say I buy $50 worth. So we'll divide 50 in half. That's 25 XRP, right? This is roughly rough estimating, right? So I've got 25 XRP in my wallet that gives me a value of $50. Now I'm going to convert that into 50 RLUSD, which means all 25 of those XRP are going to be converted into RLUSD, which now puts RLUSD $50 worth on XRP Ledger in my wallet. Now I go into the grocery store, it says make your payment in XYZ in this, and then it says, oh, you can make a payment in RLUSD. You'll push that and it'll pop up a QR code. You'll open your wallet up because you know you've got $50, or you got 50 RLUSD because you traded in 25 at the time XRP for 50 RLUSD. You'll scan it. It'll do the payment. 1, 2, 3, done. Right? Payment's done and over with, and you go out the store. Do you understand why this is major? Do you understand why this is major? Like, if you don't understand where everything is going, let's go back over here. If you don't understand, this is the new system, right? It's right here. Don't do the boogeyman thing. Don't do that. Don't do the boogeyman thing. But this is the new system right here. Okay, there it is. Right. That's what this guy's talking about. Like, if you didn't know, and if you missed the bus, right? Let's go over here real quick, right? Don't miss the bus. All right, let's go to the actual market, right? Let's go to XRP, $2.40, right? Now, if you miss the bus and this becomes 10, 25, 30, 45, 50, then you're how many whole ones are you going to get, right? Now, you'll be able to buy into it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you can still buy into Bitcoin at 95,000, but you just ain't got 95 to get one coin, right? But if you miss this bust, you missed the 51 cent bust that's set for years. You missed it. It's set for years too, man. Like it was 47, 50, 51. Like you missed that. That's done. Solana, you missed that. That was down 11, 12, 10, 9, $7. You missed that. That bust is gone. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Stellar Lumens was a 7 to 11 pennies. You missed that. That used to be a 7 to 11 cents. Them days is gone, right? And it's going to continue to move higher. That thing's once this one moves up, you're going to see this one move up again. It's going to be $1, $2, $3. You can be like, you missed it. If you missed 31 cents, you missed the boat, right? You already missed the 7 to 11 cent boat. Where is it at? 7 to 11 cent. You missed that. Them days is gone. Hedera, 3, 4, and 5 cent. Them days are gone. 6, 7 cent gone, right? And when XRP goes up again, this one's going up. Where's it going to be? 80, 90 cent, right? In my personal opinion, just guesstimating. Those days, 6, 7 cent gone. Okay. Let's see. Ondo right now, $1.34. It's going to leave this world, right? This world's going to end. This is probably going to be, I don't know, 25, 30, 45, because they need this to do big business, right? So, oh my God. Let's see. Let's keep going. This, right? When this becomes $1, you're going to be like, man, I missed the days of 28 cents. You missed it. It's gone, right? Dollar cost average. Okay. You know, and if you get into the app, let me help you understand. You get into an app, you get into Coinbase, Uphold, Gemini, Binance US. Any one of these are US apps you can use right now. You'll set them up, you do your KYC. If you every day spend $3, $4, $5, $6, right? Just every day, you pick up an extra $5 today. You don't have to be rich for this. You pick up $5 today and you say, you know what? Let me take that $5 and let me put it over here in the Algorand, right? Let me put that $5 today into Hedera. Let me put that $5 into Stellar, because we're talking about institution. We're preparing for institution. Let's say you say $5 today, right? Wednesday. Then Friday gets here and you say, oh, I got $10 of money that's not accounted for, that's not going anywhere. You say, I'm gonna take that $10, let me put it here, right? And so now you see what you're doing. You're lumping money and you're converting your money into these assets that the institutions are going to use, right? That's all you're doing. Okay. That's all you're doing. You know, $5 gets you 2 of those, right? So that's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. All right. XRP Daily. JP Morgan says the SEC is very close to approving XRP ETFs and believes these ETFs will bring in $8 billion in net inflows, which translates to a market cap increase of $200 billion for XRP. XRP's price would increase by 150 cents and reach $6 per token. Now, they were saying at $5 per token, they would get ETFs, right? Well, wow. So once this happens, you know, we're looking to make it to $5, $6. So imagine today, $5 gets you 2 of these, but let's say next week, I don't know, I'm just throwing numbers out there. Let's just say for some reason next week, it becomes a $6 asset. So now $5 gets you a piece. Now you need $6 to get one. You see how that works? All right, let's keep going. Thanks for the reminder. It's soon. 134 billion of XRP will soon be able to get yield on Flare. Right. So you'll be able to stash Flare just like they stash Bitcoin to loan, right? You'll be able to loan it and gain money. You'll be able to get a yield on it from loaning it out, in a sense, by having it locked up. And then whatever company has it locked up, they pay you a yield. Your yield could be 3%, 4%, 5%, who knows? But once that shit's legalized and they can do that, you'll be able to get a yield. I don't think it's legalized right now, so I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, because I don't think it's legal right now. All right, Bitcoin has staking through Babylon. Ethereum has restaking through Eigenlayer. Soon XRP will have staking through Flare. Nice. So you just be generating money off that. All right, NASDAQ files to list and trade CoinShares XRP Litecoin ETFs. CoinShare aims to strengthen its foothold in the U.S. crypto market so the ETF is going to generate money. All right, Japan's financial services agency FSA is exploring a crypto overhaul, potentially classifying digital assets as financial products. Similar to securities, this shift could mean stronger investor protections and greater transparency. Greater transparency, where were we at? For companies. Key proposal includes lowering the crypto tax rate from 55% to 20%, aligning with financial income tax. That is, oh my God, those numbers are high. I don't think ours, I think we got a short-term tax rate on this of like 30% or something, and in long-term like 15%, I believe. I'm not sure, somewhere around there. All right, lifting the ban on Bitcoin spot ETFs, opening new investment opportunities. Could this make Japan a crypto powerhouse? It probably could. It probably could. So big move from Japan. Lower taxes, yeah, because their taxes are freaking high, man. That's crazy. Okay, I don't speak that language. All right, let's see. Is that all we got? All right, so planting the Ripple flag in Portugal today. Our first Portuguese client and the country's leading currency exchange provider using Ripple payments. Their corporate customers can now move funds near instantly between these two countries, Brazil and what is that, Mexico? Portugal and Brazil, right? So look, you've got corporations now instantaneously moving money between each other. So do they care about the regulation in the United States? Hell fucking no. No, they're moving money between each other. They don't give a fuck about the US. And just so you understand, whatever the fuck happens in the U.S. is what the fuck happens in the U.S. This does not control anything happening in any other nations, because the other fucking nations operate by their own goddamn laws. Crazy, right? But that's how it works. XRP token support on Trust Wallet. So Trust Wallet, and I checked it and looked at it. Yes, it is nice. You can now bring a few assets off the XRP ledger into your Trust Wallet, which I found very interesting because if you don't know, there are tokens, right, on the XRP ledger that run on XRP ledger that you can bring all out of their market into these wallets. So like XRPH, which is XRP Hospital, that's probably something we'll look into and do a video on later. What is the other one? XRPayNet, XRPM, which is their decentralized exchange, right? So there's a few things out there. All right, woo, that was a long video. Anyways, that's what we got this Wednesday. I hope you all gained something out of it. If you got any comments, get in the comment section and let me see your thoughts and ideas. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be making some more content. Talk to you in another one.